everyone, welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make an almond cheese, an herbed almond cheese. I learned this recipe from Sherry Soria. I took one of her courses. Sherry is from Living Light Institute, and I took one of her uncooking courses, which was fantastic. I did this about a year and a half ago, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite recipes from this course. This herb cheese is fantastic. And this is a perfect way for all of you out there that have compromised digestive system, a difficult time digesting nuts. This is a great way of preparing nuts in a way that is really easy to digest. And this way you can get the vitamins and the minerals from the nuts and be able to digest it with no problem and have more of a well-rounded diet. This is also a fermented cheese, so you're also getting some good healthy probiotics. It's all around perfect. So the main thing is to actually make just an almond cheese, all you're gonna need is almonds, probiotic, like a probiotic either in powder form or in a capsule, and you're gonna need a blender, and you're gonna need cheesecloth, and a fine mesh strainer, and a plate to go underneath the strainer. Okay, that's it. And I'll show you afterwards how to add some herbs into the cheese to make it just a little bit more tastier and give it a little twist. Okay? So the first step is we're just gonna put our almonds in a large bowl, and we're gonna soak it for 24 to 48 hours. The longer you soak it, the easier it's gonna be to peel the almonds, because we got to peel the skin off of it. So 24, 36 hours is usually good, or even 48. My suggestion is to change the water maybe every 12 hours, rinse the almonds out, and add fresh water. And always soak the almonds in filtered or spring water. So now that the almonds have been soaked for a little over 36 hours, I'm now going to peel them. So what you do is, because after they've been soaked for a little while, the skin actually starts separating from the nut. So what you do is you kind of press on it, and as you can see, as I press on it, the nut comes off of the skin. Okay? And so you don't want the skin, you just want the actual nut. So sometimes you have to peel the skin off the nut. It takes a little while. I mean, it doesn't take hours or anything, but it's a little job you've got to do. I like to actually sit down on the couch and just have two bowls and just peel my almonds that way. And a lot of times I'll actually do everything like a bunch at a time, even more almonds than I'll be using for my recipe, and the remaining almonds I will either keep in the refrigerator in some water they can last in the refrigerator in fresh water. You have to change the water every day, but they can last in the refrigerator for a good week, or you can even freeze them. But I wouldn't put them in water and freeze them, I would just dry them off and freeze them. Or you can even dehydrate them as well. And here are our peeled almonds. So now we're ready to blend them up and go on to the next step. Now you're going to put in the almonds into the blender, and you're going to put in water and probiotics. So either a capsule of probiotics, you open it up, or if you got the powder, you're going to put in 1/4 teaspoon. And you're going to blend all this up. So what's most important is that it's actually kind of shiny on top. I don't know if you can see it, but it has to be blended really, really smooth. So it takes maybe a little while, and there should be kind of like a shine to it on top. So now you're going to get like a fine mesh strainer, and you're going to put a piece of cheesecloth, and you're just going to keep it down at the bottom here, and then you're going to pour in your almond cheese. Okay, and then you're gonna wrap your cheesecloth over it so it's all nicely contained. One thing I do suggest is actually putting like a glass on top of it and something with weight. So I'm actually going to put this glass jar or jug of water on top of it. The reason why I want to put some weight on top of the fermented cheese is because you're going to leave it like overnight for like 8 to 12 hours. And what ends up happening is that, I'll show you, is there's going to be liquids that are going to actually start passing through the strainer. And so by putting a weight on it, it pushes out the excess liquids. And so then you get like a firmer cheese. Okay, so it's about 10 hours later, and I'm now going to remove the jug, and I'm going to just show you, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there is some liquid that's passed through the strainer, and so you want that removed. And then you can also remove the plate, and you can take off the cheesecloth, and there you have your cheese. Now we're going to transfer it into a bowl, and we're going to mix some nice herbs and some added pine nuts in there and some yummy stuff. I put the almond cheese into a bowl. I took the cheesecloth off. Now you can always just have the almond cheese as it is, or you can add in these beautiful herbs. And what we're going to be adding in are some pine nuts, which have been a little bit just chopped up a bit. They're not whole, they've been chopped. And then I've finely diced up some red onions and also some green onion as well. And they've been like finely diced and sliced, like into little bits. And then I've also chopped up some fresh parsley, flat parsley. And then in here we've got some yellow miso, some nutritional yeast, and some crushed garlic. And we're gonna just put all that in there, and we're gonna mix everything up. Here we got our beautiful herb cheese, and we got some sprouts, and we got some collard leaves. And I'm gonna just show you how to make a collard roll with the cheese and with the sprouts, because it's a nice meal you can make, or a snack. So what you're going to do is you want to remove the inner stem. Okay, so you're just gonna you can either cut it with a knife off, or you can just tear it off. And then we've got 2 leaves for a roll. And so what you would do is you would just take some cheese, spread it out so it's kind of like making a sandwich. And then you've got some beautiful sprouts. I'm using alfalfa sprouts today. And then you can roll it up. And there you go. You got like a beautiful little collard roll with cheese and sprouts. Can't wait to try this. Alrighty, so let's dig into our beautiful collard wrap. This is like yummy. Alright, I'm like salivating. I gotta try it. This is delicious. Super yum. Kind of tastes like a cream cheese, but with some herbs in it. And it's lighter. It's quite fluffy. It's beautiful. I have this almond cheese a lot of times on like flax crackers or chia crackers, vegetable crackers. Super, super yummy. I once made this for my family, and my father like ate like the whole dish. He loved it. So I do recommend this for non-raw people. Super yummy. And before I let you guys go, I just want to mention that I want to do a little shout out to the best almonds I've ever had in my entire life. I got these through the Raw Food World, and their Sonora almonds are fantastic. These things they're non-pasteurized. They are from California. They're super fresh. Here in Canada, I get non-pasteurized almonds from like Italy and Spain, and they're old. You can tell. Like you can tell they've been stored for a very long time. And when I tried these out, I was floored. They were so good. And most almonds you get from California are going to be pasteurized. There are a few organic farmers that if they harvest a small quantity and sell a small quantity at a time, they can do it non-pasteurized. So I do highly recommend this. I'll put a link to it because super fantastic. All right, so I'm wishing you guys a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye. Oh, and if you want the full recipe for the herb cheese, go to my blog at www.rawradianthealth.com and /blog, and on today's post there'll be the full recipe for this. All right, so have a fabulous weekend. Bye.